Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Asking Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And don't forget to stick around to the end, because I'm going to read out a few of my favorite positive comments from previous videos. So stick around and see if maybe your comment was one of my favorites. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about something that I see very frequently. And most of the things I talk to you guys about is because I see them a lot and they're problematic in some kind of way. And I'm like, well, maybe if people knew this was a problem, it might be helpful. So today we have another one of those problems. So you guys know that I do a lot of readings. And most of the readings I do are about love or money. Those are the two most dominant questions. So I have the opportunity to listen to a lot of relationship dynamics. Some people send me intricate breakdowns of their relationship and the things that have occurred and how they felt and things like that. So I've heard and seen a lot of stuff. And one of the things that has been reoccurring for the past forever, for the whole time that I've been seeing any kind of client, the one thing that is very constant is that a lot of people are trying to have relationships with people who are not relationship material. You know how the old folks always say the marrying kind? Well, there's a little bit of truth to that, because some people are relationship material and some people are not. And a lot of times I see a person who is relationship material trying to make somebody who isn't relationship material be in a relationship. Or some of the times I see somebody or two somebodies who aren't ready and they're both trying to manipulate the other one into some type of relationship. So the first thing that comes up for me is that this person is not ready to be anyone's partner. Let me give you an example. A woman came to me recently because she wanted to figure out why the guy she was seeing would not commit to her. Okay? So this is a very common question from men and women. So she wanted to know what was the deal with homeboy. So we sat down and did the cards. Now, as I'm doing the cards and I'm telling her what I'm seeing and she's confirming it and giving me the backstory, I'm like, this man is clearly not relationship material. Just a few of the things that I found out about him was he was in and out of jail. He did not have a job. He was living in his mother's basement. He basically smokes weed and hangs out with his buddies and plays PlayStation all day, basically. He has children that he hasn't or doesn't see regularly. He doesn't pay child support. He has no goals or any kind of like plans to, do anything. Every time she talked to him or anybody asked him, how you doing? Just getting by, going from one day to the next. Basically, he's just passing time, not planning for the future, not really even enjoying the present. He's just going from day to day. And for some reason, this young lady feels like she's in love with him and wants to have a relationship with him and doesn't understand why he won't have a relationship with her. So we looked at the cards and we saw the reasons why. Basically, he doesn't want to. He wants to be free. He wants to see whoever he wants to see. He wants to be community. He wants to belong to the community, okay? That is his thoughts in his mind. A lot of men are like this. A lot of women are like this. They don't want commitments. They just want to date whoever they want to date and sleep with whoever they want to sleep with and go wherever they want to go, So my question to her after we found out why was, why would you even want this? Why would you want to be with somebody who's clearly not relationship material? And what do you love about him? You don't know anything about him. Basically, you're just having sex with each other and really not having any kind of tangible interaction. So I'm not even going to get into the why because that has to do with her psychology. But the bottom line is that this person is not relationship material. Another example, I know a young lady, she is really into this woman. The woman is very attractive, but this woman is, for lack of a better term, lazy. Very lazy kind of energy. She doesn't really want to do much with her life, or doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. So the young lady who's interested in her is coming to me and she's like, I really like her, I want to spend time with her. And I'm like, but she clearly is not relationship material. You know, she wants to be with this woman, and I'm like, she is lazy. She doesn't even, like, she was telling me like the stuff that the girl does all day, and I'm like, okay, so while you're at work at your profession, she's home watching The Young and the Restless. You know, she has a sugar daddy that comes and brings her money. I'm like, and this is the person you want to get into a relationship with? So I just feel like a lot of times, even myself, I've done this in the past. A lot of times we pick people to be in relationships with that are not relationship material. And we pick them based on, I'm not quite sure what. I think it might be, and it depends on the psychology and the emotions, but we pick them based on usually, sometimes even noble or good reasons, but just reasons that are not going to get us, they're not going to get us anywhere. So today I made a list for you guys of 5 things that I identify in a person who is relationship material. And I suggest to you that you, number one, make sure that you have these 5 things going on for yourself. And then number 2, that you look for these 5 things in a potential partner. Now, you guys know my philosophy is not to have sex with somebody for at least 90 days. During those 90 days, these are the things you should be trying to figure out by talking to and interacting with that person without sex. Number 1, do they know how to communicate? If you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, they have to be able to communicate. So if you guys are just talking and seeing each other and they respond to your texts with one-word answers, or they never have anything to interject, they never have any interesting experience, they don't tell you anything about themselves, they don't talk about their feelings about things, even on a small scale, because I'm not expecting this person to pour out their heart to me and they just met me, but I am expecting them to engage in communication. So if they're not engaging in communication up front, that tells you that this person either doesn't know how to communicate or has some difficulty with communication. So if you're going to get into a relationship with them, that's going to be a big problem. Number 2, do they have self-control? Does this person spend up all their money? Do they get into trouble? Do they get road rage and get tickets, or get pulled over? Do they have any self-control? You want to know, do they know how to control themselves, how to handle their business, and control their life? If they don't have self-control, they're going to keep doing stupid shit throughout your relationship that's going to be problematic for you both. Definitely not relationship material. Do they know how to be a partner? When you guys do things together, do they know how to compromise? When they want to do something and you want to do something, do they know how to meet you in the middle? Do they know how to have your back? A partner, your idea of a partner anyway, because all of us have a different idea. So do they know how to be a partner for the kind of partner that you need and want? Because we don't all need and want the same kind of person. So do they have your back? Are they loyal? Are they honest? Things that are important to you as a partner, do they have those things? Because if they don't have those things, they're not going to be a good partner, and you're going to end up in a situation with somebody you're going to have to flee like I always did. Somebody I had to flee eventually. It's not what you want to do, because those situations can be bad. You could end up with somebody that can really hurt you physically, emotionally, mentally. Are they healthy enough for a relationship? So mentally healthy, emotionally healthy. Are they healthy for a relationship? I don't think you have to be physically fit for a relationship. Some people might want you to be, but I don't think that's necessarily important. I think what's really important is being emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy, mentally healthy. Because the question then becomes, if you, for example, I know somebody that is into someone who is bipolar. This woman is very bipolar, and she does not take her meds. She does not go to therapy regularly, and she has manic episodes almost every day. This is not somebody who is healthy enough for a relationship. Her manic moments make her do crazy stuff, irresponsible things. She's not healthy enough for a relationship. And that's not to say that she can't be, because she could, balance her chemicals out, get on her meds, do what she has to do, get herself to a stable place, and then she might be healthy enough for a relationship. But while she's out of control, why are you even going to try? Why would you even try? Do you know what somebody like that is going to put you through? I do, because I've tried it before, and it's not good. They lie a lot sometimes. They cause little dramas in the relationship. All kinds of little stuff can happen from a mental health diagnosis that can be detrimental to a relationship. So if that person isn't healthy enough to take care of themselves, how are they going to nurture and take care of you? It's not going to happen. And the last one, do they have goals and plans for the future? Look, I don't care if homegirl is working as a waitress at IHOP, for example. I don't care. Does she have goals and plans for her future? Well, I'm a waitress today. In 5 years, I hope to be a manager. 5 years from then, I hope to have my own restaurant. Or I'm just here to work my way through college. I'm hoping to be a vet technician. Something. Or I have my dream job, or I'm at the entry level and I'm hoping to work my way up. Or I'm already there and I just want to maintain and come up with other creative ideas as I go along. I have, do you have plans for the future? We don't even know how long the future is going to be, but at least you got a plan to head towards something, whether or not you make your destination or not. If you're dealing with somebody who has no plans for the future, how are they going to have a future with you? You need to be futuristically minded, not all the time, but you have to at least be aware of where you're going. A person who doesn't know where they're going and they have no goals, 9 times out of 10 isn't going anywhere. And you're going to be with them not going anywhere. I told you guys the last time that I talked to Voldemort. Voldemort was living in a 1-bedroom shack with a hole in the ceiling and was unemployed again. And I thought to myself, if I had stayed with him, I would be in that situation with him too right now. So some of the times when you're looking at the person, you gotta, not even sometimes, every time you're looking at a person that you're thinking about having a partnership with, you gotta make sure that you're both coming to it a full, complete, healthy partner. Or they're going to tear you down. They're going to drag you down. You're going to spend so much time dealing with the relationship issues that's going to take you off your game. So first make sure that you're on your game, and then not even try, attract somebody else that's on their game. And make sure that you sit back and you look and see, and really look. It's like a job interview. You're not going to take the first person, the first candidate that comes for the job. You want to look and see whose resume looks really good. And you can make a life in the future with this person. For a lot of people, this is where the problem is. They come across a person who isn't relationship material, try to make them relationship material, and then things fall apart. And you're stuck healing from yet another bad situation that you could have bypassed had you gone down this list. Now let's talk about my favorite comments. Monica Dix said, my ex was friends with all her exes. Some would still attend family functions. I didn't understand why those connections were so important. She never wanted me to even interact with any of my exes, not even my daughter's father. Glad I'm no longer in that relationship. By the way, my ex is an Aquarius. Yeah, your ex is tripping. Your ex is tripping. And I'm glad you got out that relationship too. So, I don't know. Some people, like I personally feel like it's just codependency in most cases. Sometimes there's a genuine friendship. Most of the time, it's just codependency and trauma bonding, as they call it. But you were right to get out of it. And then she doesn't even want you to talk to your exes. All that is a red flag. Don't want none of that. Thank you so much for your comment. The next one comes from Christine Vandenbrink, one of my girls. Christine is so cool. I think I've read some of her comments in the past. Christine said she is going to marry the guy, not his mom. She should not take the mom so seriously. Yesterday I was talking about an Aquarius and a Gemini that are in a relationship, and the Gemini's mom is making trouble. So Christine thinks that she shouldn't even take the mom seriously. Personally, I agree with you. I'm not going to let anybody stop me from being with a person I want to be with. You know, if I really want to be with them and they're, for me, I'm not going to let his mama, his daddy, or nobody, come in between that situation. But the Gemini, the problem is that the Gemini really wants a strong family. The Gemini wants to create this happy sense of family. And that's where this even comes into play. The Aquarius don't really care. She just don't want to be bothered. But the Gemini wants to have a happy family. And I can't fault the Gemini for that. It's just the fact that he has to slow down. He really has to slow down and see how things play out. Okay? All right, guys. If you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll hook you up. Come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See ya.